Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're actually talking about voice data and its collection because this is the next big privacy nightmare. Now, obviously, this has been going on for quite some time, but it's ramping up. Now, this is according to ABC News that I'm either quoting or paraphrasing pretty heavily, and I'm obviously picking and choosing, but it was a great article that they released today on this, which is sparking my interest in this topic. Now, here's what's going on. As we all know, the rise of voice-assisted products in homes and workplaces is now driving a wake of private sector innovation, honing basically the intake of things like fast food delivery drive-through orders, replacing handheld technologies typically used in warehouses, refining smart home devices to basically your mannerisms, your tics, whatever it is, in terms of your voice, and on and on and on. However, voice data collection also obviously fuels targeted marketing based on the personal information taken from recordings and obviously then risks data breaches that could place your voice in the hands of cyber criminals that are looking to imitate it. I've done videos and podcasts on deepfake audio of how, let's say, high-profile executives or CEOs can be spoofed using artificial intelligence and their voice to basically say, hey, the deal is done, move money, and somebody thinks they're talking to the boss and moves the money. Now, according to Mark Rotenberg, founder and executive director for the nonprofit Center for AI and Digital Policy, talking to ABC News, said, and I quote, "This has become a real issue as more and more people are using voice-activated devices like Amazon Echo and Siri." He actually used the A word for Amazon Echo, but I'm not going to do that. I continue. There's a ticking time bomb with the collection of voice recordings. These companies gather voice recordings to improve a service, but their retention of these voice recordings is a real concern for privacy. In all, if you didn't know, worldwide voice recognition, basically the market for this passed $3.5 billion in 2021. It is expected to reach $10 billion by 2028, according to Global Market Insights. That is the research firm. Now, in many cases, businesses are deploying voice data because it bolsters productivity or betters the service encountered by you, the customer. For instance, a growing number of warehouses in the United States have replaced handheld tablets with wearable technology that allows employees to record their work through voice commands, therefore freeing up their hands for doing things like lifting and sorting products. A survey basically conducted by a trade outlet for warehouses last year found that 39% of warehouse companies are using voice-assisted technology, which is an increase from 21% the year prior. Now, on top of this, and however, basically, this obviously triggers privacy concerns. So, for example, last week, literally, Amazon owns the grocery store Whole Foods, and Whole Foods agreed to pay almost $300,000 to workers in a settlement over allegations that a voice-assisted product was used to track their productivity at a Chicago warehouse without their consent, basically recording their voices. Here in the Illinois, we have the BIPA, or Biometric Information Privacy Act, and so organizations, including your employers, need consent before taking and storing or manipulating your biometric information. They need to be transparent on that. So Whole Foods got sued basically in Chicago, which is in Illinois where I am, and here we are. Now, critics fear that voice-assisted products will glean more revealing data than most of us will actually realize. This then allows the companies to profit off of your utterances that you make at home or at work, and then basically can craft advertising or sale of this information to advertisers or other places. A consumer's voice could be used to reveal a whole bunch of information basically on you, including possibly height, weight, ethnicity, personality traits, and possible health issues. Understand, when as we are talking in front of the Amazon Echoes of the world, they could potentially be capturing a ton of information. So if I'm talking, let's say, to a friend or a spouse or a kid or whatever, and saying, "Oh my God, you know, I'm a million pounds overweight. I'm 7'2" and 600 pounds, or I'm 5'8" and 240 pounds," you know, whatever that is. Understand this can be caught, this can be honed, and then Amazons of the world will understand, hey, wait a second, Nick needs to lose weight, and guess what I'm getting advertising for? Those are the kinds of things we are talking about. Now, in 2019, Amazon announced the development of a, quote, deep learning model to detect when customers are frustrated in its voice assistant. And I continue to quote, the A word, Echo can now try to adjust just like you or I would do. And that's, again, according to Amazon. This past June, for example, in 2022, TikTok, and I talked about this then, updated their privacy policy, expanding their data collection to include voice recordings. Obviously, if you're on TikTok, you're doing stupid videos, so they are recording your likeness, and now they are saying, yeah, we're also capturing your voice as well. And if you've ever done anything with video work, you know you can separate video into audio. Now, companies that collect voice data could then also use this information to sell products directly to you or pass that along to advertisers, as I mentioned. So I think this is a bit of a hot mess. We need good, comprehensive laws here in the United States that basically require our opt-in, meaning if I'm going to work, I have to give my employer consent to have my biometric information. It shouldn't just be for the state of Illinois. We've got 49 other states that need this as well. On top of this, as I'm using the Amazon Echoes of the world, not that I do, but if I were, also understanding what they collect and my right to have that basically removed or not collected at all is one of those things. That affects the bottom lines of the Amazons and Googles and Facebooks, etc., and TikToks of the world. And so I have no doubt they've got an army of lobbyists attempting to either quash or soften any privacy acts that are going to go through Congress. So we'll see. A lot of people are predicting 2023 is the year for passing better privacy laws here in the United States when it comes to technology, and I really hope it is, as I hoped it was in 2022 and 2021 and on and on and on, but we'll see where this goes. But for right now, that is your news of the day. But understand, if you've got a home smart assistant, if you are calling in, let's say, a customer support line because you have a problem with some kind of product, understand odds are you're being recorded. Odds are there's an artificial intelligence now looking at this to understand when you're frustrated or trying to glean information out of you so that it can be sold to other people, and I think, or advertisers. And I think that is a huge problem we need to discuss. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at Nick AESP, where you are recorded, just like I'm at YouTube, where you can subscribe to me. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private, which just seems like it's getting harder every day. Take care.